Hi. You alright? Come here. Come on. Okay. Hello, guys. I'll give it a few minutes. Very dark and gloomy day today. Alrighty. How's everybody doing? I just woke up a few ago. Yo, what's up, everybody? Good morning. You guys want to say hi to Mango? Changed their name from Daisy to Mango. Hello. Hello. You want to say hi to everybody, Mango? You feeling better? This is how small she is. She's very, very small. She's very sick right now. She's going back to the ICU. This morning, she's been with the vet for 4 days now because she's lethargic. Anyways, just thought I'd say hi to you guys. She's super, super cute as fuck. Okay. It's very stressful. My puppy is very, very sick. She's super lethargic. She has like a cut on her tongue somehow. So she's not eating anything. And we have to give her like a shit ton of antibiotics and medicine. And she's on like drip serum at the ICU for like 4 days now. It's because the owners lied to us and they said that she was 8 weeks old. But she's actually 6 weeks old. So, fuck, man. Kind of annoying. Anyways, this was supposed to be a private stream for my Discord group only. But I ended up deciding that I'm going to make it public. Because once a week, I'm going to make it public for Discord. Or for everybody outside of the Discord to see what we're doing. And if you guys are new to my channel and you've never seen my methods of scanning, I'm very confident that my method of scanning the market is much more effective and efficient than anybody that you will ever see in crypto. Okay? Like when you guys see how the method is done, you're going to be like, whoa, this is really good. Let me just turn on the brightness of this light here 1 second. There we go. That's a little bit better. Better lighting. Okay, let's jump right into it. I'm not going to take up a lot of people's time. First of all, I'm going to go over power, okay? I'm going to go over power with you guys because everybody, including myself, we got kind of screwed up on this coin. I lost $4,000 trying to long it. But you know what? When you see big drops like this, you kind of have to, right? You kind of have to risk a little bit sometimes. Well, you don't have to, but there's this amount of greed inside of us that's like, hey, maybe I should risk a little bit because it looks like it's going to be fun, right? You guys know what I mean? I just want to see how big my YouTube is. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to just ignore this for 1 second, guys. Okay, the video is big enough. Good enough. Okay, so power ended up making a gigantic drop yesterday, and I coincidentally called the top yesterday. I think it was coincidence, but I'll explain to you why as well. I said power may have hit a top now. Watch it very closely. I was like cooking in the kitchen and super proud that I took like a $500 profit in like 30 seconds or something. I didn't play a big position, and then it dropped like a substantial amount more, right? So when you are faced with these types of coins, it can be very scary. So let me just break down to you why I thought it was the fifth wave and how I was able to call in the group. So the one was very clear, right? The one's always clear. And if you can't break this down really easily, always just go for the easiest count with the biggest retracement. So that would be this one, right? That one right there. So that would be hands down the fifth wave. And then if you go through the breakdown even further of that fifth wave, you're going to see that it kind of did the exact same thing that we're looking at. So if you look very carefully at whatever structure this is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it makes a retracement down. and then you look at the 4 there, and then it creates a 5th. This 5th subwave is actually identical to the bigger wave that we're looking at, right? If you look at it, it's like this big wave is identical to that last 5th subwave, the way it's formed. So I was able to deduce that it was the top. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to ride it to the maximum amount. But let's just say, for example, that you did enter that position, right? So you've now entered a short position. You would now go to a low time frame to see perhaps how much you can ride this to the maximum amount. And this is what the chandelier exit indicator would have told you. It would have told you that, giving advice now even though I missed it, I only missed it because I'm so busy with my dog right now, to be quite honest. She's like a full-time job right now, super sick, and we're still working on the house and still getting settled in. We're trying to get our natural gas working properly. There's just so much crap to do in the new house still. So if you were able to catch this short position, you would have rode it using the 1-minute chandelier exit indicator. There would have been 0 reasons for you to exit this trade at all. So you would have rode it until the volatility changes. So if you entered it, you would have noticed right away the 1-minute chart. All right, well, it's not turning green right now. So you would have rode it from the break literally to like a 50% profit, right? So the chandelier exit would have told you to exit. But let's just say, for example, I'm going to talk to you guys about my upgrading method, okay? Let's say that you now would have got stopped out, right? You're up 54%. You would have got stopped out pretty much right here, right? Where it turns green. You'd all agree with me? Well, now that you're in profit a major amount, you have a choice to risk some of your profit to see if this is going to stay bearish on a higher time frames chandelier exit indicator. Does that make sense? I had to say that slowly to make sense. You're going to risk some of your profit to see if it will stay bearish on a higher time frames chandelier exit indicator. So we noticed that the 1 minute, it definitely turned green. But now we're going to take a look at a slightly higher time frame. Let's say we now decide to say, yeah, I want to risk some of my money. Where would the 5-minute time frame stop loss be? Okay, so where would it be? And on 5-minute, it actually ends up end up getting stopped out even higher. So even if you risked it, you would have actually lost money on this trade and you wouldn't have won it. But many times you'll be able to risk a good amount and sacrifice some of it, and you're going to be profitable. Let's say that you got, so this line here is you would have got stopped out, right? On the 1 minute. So this is the 1 minute. This is extremely important strategy. So pay attention. So this is the time frame where you would have got stopped out, okay, on the first time, the 1 minute. But then you decide to upgrade it to a different time frame. And now you're like, all right, you know what? I'm going to upgrade to the 15-minute time frame, okay? Or the 5-minute time frame rather, and see if I would get stopped out on this time frame. So this is now the 5-minute. And you would have noticed that you would have got stopped out. But instead of getting stopped out, you can maybe make one more possible trade in terms of risking some of your profit. You would go to the 15-minute chart, okay? And you would say to yourself, I'm already up a huge amount. Like, I'm already up. Even if you took your loss here, you would have been up like 50%. Not your loss, but I meant getting stopped out, okay? Stopping out doesn't necessarily mean being in a loss. It just means taking your profit as well, right? So here you would have won 55% on the 1 minute time frame, but on the 5-minute time frame, you would have actually won 50%. But let's say you upgraded one more time to a different time frame and you're like, you know what? Maybe I'll upgrade it to the 15-minute time frame as well now. And that's where I'll actually stop myself out because I want to sacrifice some of my profits to see if it would go on a higher time frame. So if you actually upgraded it to a 15-minute time frame, you would not have taken your profit yet because it never hit or broke above the 15-minute time frame CE. And instead, you would have been able to ride it to the maximum amount. And on the 15-minute time frame, what we see now is instead of taking that 55% profit earlier, you would actually be in a 65% profit. So the chandelier exit indicator, or the ATR, it's one of the most powerful indicators that you can use but you have to also understand the upgrading process to different time frames, right? So it's critical for you to understand how time frames work as well. Hey, well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. So that's how you could have made an incredible amount of money on power, okay? If I was available all day yesterday, I would have smashed this coin. But I decided to long it, okay? I'm going to show you guys where I decided to long it. Right here, which was incredibly reasonable. Right there, right? That was ridiculously reasonable due to this area and also right here. And I just traded, I traded about 150K. But you can see right here how quickly it ended up dropping, right? It dropped so fast that for me to stop myself out, it was very fast. It was like a 15% drop. By the time I even noticed it, I'm down 3%, and it was within like a 1 minute candle, right? So a 1 minute candle completely fucked me over. But it was a good trade to have tried to take, right? And then another place I was gonna take a trade was over here. It was kind of random, but it didn't work out in any way at all. Okay, what time frame was it? I think it was on the 8-hour. I have a little bit of lag here. I was just looking at trend lines to see where it can hold, right? And I was looking at something like that, right? Around 55 range, but it didn't bounce there, right? Or maybe if I had drawn it a lot better, we could have caught a bounce better over here, right? And actually it did end up bouncing slightly over here. In fact, there might even be a possibility of like a small bounce sometime soon, okay? Maybe. Or sorry, it broke down before here. I'm sorry, confusing my words right now. That was on bar replay, okay? There might be a possibility of a bounce around this particular region. So it's really up to you guys if you want to risk any money on power or not, but this is the next logical place to bounce. But you also need to understand that this coin already ended up making like a 90% retracement or something, right? How much did it retrace here? Let's just check. Like literally 90%. Like right now, this is 80%. So we're at about between 80 and this is 100. So we're about I'd say like 87% of a retracement. So it's not a coin you really want to trade, in my opinion. So stay away from it, okay? Okay, so next we're gonna take a look at Bitcoin to see what's going on, and then I'm gonna show you guys the indicator and some settings that you can use and some new things I've learned from many people in my Discord group where we share ideas and we're like, hey, this is the better way of doing it. Like Ghost Recon yesterday, where Recon, he's like, hey, Phil, did you guys know that you can actually save indicator templates? I had no fucking idea that you could do that. Until Ghost Recon, shout out to him for pointing it out and bringing it to my attention. I appreciate that. So let's take a look at Bitcoin right now. Okay, first of all, Bitcoin dominance, still 54%. Let's also take a look at some other metrics that I haven't in a while. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance right now is definitely getting to a high point. In the bull market, you're going to see Bitcoin dominance like fairly consistently high, okay? You're going to see it like around, like for example, in July of 2021, we were getting like 48%. And then near the end of the year, we were getting to about 48% already. Right now, we have smashed that. We have literally smashed that record of 2 years of an all-time high. So now, if you take a look at the Bitcoin dominance in 2017, at its peak there, it was like at 70%. So we're reaching zones of kind of unknown territory in between both bull markets of 2017 and 2021. And I think that this is going to continue to soar till about 60%. Okay. And also my logic with the major drop that we've seen already was that it's possible that the ETF and the Bitcoin halving price was already factored in. But what we see with Bitcoin right now is that it's hold on, is that right? That can't be right. Did it just try to make another high a few days ago, today? Oh, it hit 44K yesterday? I didn't know that. That's insane. Okay, so the way that Bitcoin is forming right now is like this. There's a channel, and it's impossible to argue against this channel, okay? So it's been hitting multiple points there, over here, okay? Down here, down there, down there. This is a big wick. Try to draw your resistances, supports, and your channels the best that you could based off of the appropriate time frame where it's also considering wicks. So here's a perfect time frame, the daily. If you take a look at the 12-hour, you're going to see some of it poke out. If you look at a 6-hour, it looks even uglier, right? It's not the best. If you go to a 4-hour, or 1 hour, it doesn't look good really, you know? But go to the best time frame. And right now we're seeing it trend. Oh, Bitcoin broke the trend, guys. It broke down actually. Okay, so this was forming kind of an ascending type of triangle, right? And then it finally broke down. So I wouldn't be surprised if we hit down over here, okay, sometime soon. So Bitcoin is trending in the channel right now. The ETF possibility of getting approved is Wednesday, okay? I have not followed any fundamental news yet, but from what I know, as in the past 2 days, from what I know, Wednesday is the deadline. So we'll see what's going to happen. We're going to see if there's going to be an influx of money coming into crypto or not. But all that I know is that around the halving event, guys, I'm going to be buying a tremendous amount of crypto. In fact, around the halving time, I'm going to put a $100,000 account on Binance, and I'm going to make a public portfolio just so you guys can follow it if you choose to. So this $100,000 portfolio is going to be updated on Discord mainly and also on YouTube. So $100,000, I'm going to show you guys what I can grow 100K into. And I'm going to guess I can probably like times 6 to times 10 it with the appropriate coin picks, with the appropriate risk levels going from, you know, small market cap, medium market cap, and blue chip coins. So I'm going to have my major coins that are like the top 100. Then I'm going to have some more medium cap coins with a little bit more risk. That'll be like, you know, top 100 to top 300 or something. And then I'll have my gambling coins and meme coins with like, you know, Philakone, with Doge coins, with Shiba, things like that. You know, there's going to be a small percentage allocated towards meme coins as well, because we have to acknowledge the fact that meme coins are like, they do very well in bull markets. But one thing I will avoid is like, I will avoid NFTs, like completely avoid it. I'll mainly be focusing on like DeFi, GameFi, layer 1s, layer 2s especially, and AI coins. Those will be the top sectors that I focus on in crypto to build that public portfolio with you guys. So definitely be looking forward to that, okay? So Bitcoin right now, I think it's going to hit back down to this lower trend line. This channel has been held up for 28 days now. So you can't really predict anything up or down. You know, it's not like you have a definitive direction. All you know is that there's a channel that's been holding for one entire month now, and the direction has not changed in any way. Despite us seeing things like, you know, MACD looking very bearish, right? MACD is looking bearish, despite getting RSI getting lower highs, right? So is it showing us anything really? Even though MACD or RSI is bearish? No, it just shows that we've been in the channel for 4 weeks straight now. Look at the MACD on a 2-day. The MACD on a 2-day has been negative for like how long now? For 19 days. Is it showing that Bitcoin's dropping? No. So look at the RSI. It's also getting lower highs. Is Bitcoin dropping? No. So sometimes you're going to get false readings on MACD and RSI, and they're absolutely useless, right? Like in this case. Bitcoin still trends very bullishly. Okay, right now, we trend bullishly above the 1-day chandelier exit indicator. And until this volatility changes, there's absolutely no reason to be bearish, extremely quite yet. In fact, if it gets to this daily, what I would probably do is I would risk a large day trading position because it has held traditionally every time since. So why would it not hold again unless proven otherwise? For example, right here, it bounced, right? So the next time you got close to it, you should have risked some money. Here, you should have risked some money as well, right? As it got closer to that trend line. So that's one way to take a look at the ATR, okay? Okay, so let's jump right into this indicator. I don't want to make the stream like an hour like yesterday, right? So first of all, you guys can save indicators if you don't know, okay? I'm using a 4 chart. If you guys notice right here, do you see it? I'm using a 4 chart system, okay? The reason I do that is because I don't want to like, when I'm going through my watch list, some coins is going to show an ATR only on a specific time frame. So I don't want to have to cycle all the time. So I'm using a 4-chart system, as you guys can see. Get this extension if you guys don't have it. Okay, it's called the open as pop-up. Okay, so I haven't configured it entirely yet, but we'll go into that even further soon. Okay, so this is my 4-chart system that I'm using. I have to clean up some things over here. Okay, some of the prices on the side, they're not all the same yet. Okay, so I definitely have to do that. Actually, can I do that right now in front of you guys? How do you do this? Save as January 7th. Okay, let's save this. Apply to all. Nope, that didn't work. I thought that this would save to there, but it didn't apply to it as well. It's all right though. Okay, anyway, so the method of scanning is very cool. Okay, if you guys don't have my new indicator yet, you can get it in one of two ways. One, you can buy the course for $199, or two, you could make a donation to my dog's alcohol fund, maybe like a steak dinner, and then you will get the indicator. It's invite only. Okay, so this indicator is killer because it allows you to scan things on multiple time frames, and an entire scan like we did yesterday live, it took under 15 minutes. Can you imagine scanning 240 coins? That's my watch list for Binance. 240 coins on 4 different time frames. How long would that take you? Like, if you just do the math, even if you just look at it, if you scan it, even if it took you 30 seconds times 242, right? It would take you 72, 60 seconds. Times that by 4 different time frames. Oops. Ah. I'm Asian. I'm supposed to be good at math. 242 times that by 30 seconds each. Times that by 4 time frames. Divide that by 60. So it would take you 484 minutes. Also 8 hours. It would take you 8 hours to scan 242 coins over 4 different time frames. Even if you were super fast and took 30 seconds to scan each one. So what my indicator does is, first of all, you can save the settings. Okay, the settings are pretty simple. I'm looking at this one here is the 15-minute over 8 hour. This one here, the second one, is the 30-minute over 12 hours. This one here is the 1 hour over 2 days. And the fourth one is 4 hours over 5 days. So what this refers to is the trend. I've talked about it a lot already, but I'll just give you an example. Okay, so the trend period on the first one is set for the 15-minute time frame over 8 hours. So what it's hunting for is it's hunting for a bullish ATR. Okay, a bullish ATR on the 15-minute time frame over 8 hours. Now the second chart here, this one here, is hunting for a bullish ATR on the 30-minute time frame over 12 hours. Now the third one here is hunting for a bullish ATR on the 1 hour time frame over 2 days. And the fourth one here, what it does is it's hunting for a bullish ATR on the 4 hour time frame over 5 days. And the reason why there's a variety of different time frames is because we're looking for multiple opportunities on either a short length, a medium length, like slightly higher than medium length, or a higher length. So you're not always going to just find day trading opportunities on a higher time frame, right? Or a lower time frame. Sometimes you might find it on a medium time frame. Let me give you the perfect example, okay? So yesterday we were looking at power. By the way, these are the settings. You can screenshot it if you want. These are now my final settings, okay? These are, you know, Dandy, I'm very introverted too. Like, I'm incredibly freaking introverted. You'd be surprised. I have 0 friends. I don't want friends. I don't care about people. I just care about pets. Oh, I gotta get her for 1 second. 1 second, guys. 1 sec, my puppy. You guys have to deal with puppy time, unfortunately, when I'm live streaming sometimes, because she's needy. I just gotta check to make sure she's okay. You guys like her little cast? This is her little cast. She gets a new color every single day. She's incredibly cute. She's 400 grams. She's a teacup multi-poo. You are gonna be a really good dog, Mango. We take care of you. You have no fucking idea how lucky of a house you got into. Do you know why? Because we have Bitcoins. All right, so let's get into this. Okay, so copy these settings if you want. Okay, just make a donation. Trust me, I'm pretty generous. It cost me like $1,500 to develop this over like 2 weeks, just thinking about different criteria. So I thought I would just respect my time, and you guys can as well, and then get the indicator. So now what we do is from like, let me show you power yesterday. Okay, let me just show you something. The reason why we have multiple time frames. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys power from right. I wonder if it's gonna show it from all time frames. Yeah, it actually will. No, it doesn't show it on all time frames. But okay, I'm gonna show you guys the reason. Okay, I'm gonna do it manually. Okay, so let's just check this out here. So yesterday around here, 9 in the morning. Okay. Yeah, 9 in the morning or so. Actually, no, let's do a better time frame. I'm gonna show you guys. Replay around there. Let's go. 10:30. Okay. So if I go to my first setting here, you guys notice my indicator's on. We're looking for this to light up green. Okay. Let me just move my camera over a little bit for you guys. There, this is better, sure. Okay, we're looking for the trend column to light up green. Okay, so this way it's going to indicate to us that we're bullish on that time frame. If you notice here, when I choose the first setting, 15-minute over 8 hour, it doesn't light up green. On the 30-minute time frame, it also doesn't light up green, right? And then on the fourth one, 4 days over 5 hours, it also doesn't light up green. And then the third indicator I had was going to be 4 days, okay, on the 2 hour. This one also doesn't light up green. Did you notice that? So this way, it needed to be modified to find something in the middle. So we changed it to a 2-day to 1 hour. And then we found something that light up green, right? So this lit up green here. And that's the reasoning for this modification for those that are curious. So now we have multiple time frames, okay, with the best possible settings. And I think that my dog thinks she's a cat or something. She's just crying right now. I feel so bad for her. Gotta take her to the vet after this. Okay, so now we've got all these different time frames, and they're gonna be able to find something in between. So what we want to do now is go to our major watch list, sort it by however you want. I would just sort it by change percentage, to be honest, okay? And what you do is you click on a coin, and you try to find something, okay, that's bullish on a low time frame, okay? Or on any of these, rather. Okay, so we got all of these here. We're trying to find something that's bullish on the 15-minute over 8 hour, 30-minute over 12 hour, 1 hour over 2 days, or 4 hour over 5 days. And what we see is that even though TUSD, okay, is not lighting up green here in any way, it's still moving 17%. So you now have to ask yourself, is it worth it putting it on our watch list? Yeah, it is, just because it's volatile for today. So let's put that on our green watch list. Now go to the next coin, okay? Now you go to the next coin, and none of it lights up green. So you don't even care about the chart at all. You don't give a crap about it. All you care about is you want the trend column to light up green, okay? And then you also, like, it would be ideal if the range was really high as well. But it doesn't have to be, because we're gonna filter through it later again. So you just look at it, let it load, nothing, right? Now you look at it, let it load, nothing. Let it load, nothing. So you know that any coin that's not lighting up green, what that means is it's either not volatile or there's a correction going on, right? So then you're gonna go through this list of 240 coins, but look how fast you're going through it. It's gonna take you about maybe 10 seconds maximum for each of them. But either way, you're gonna be able to scan the market to look for the most volatile coins or coins that are trending in under 10 minutes every single time. I have never seen a more efficient method. Like after 9 years of being in the market, I finally realized that this is by far the most effective method by a million miles of finding a coin to trade. So what I'm working on now with my coder is for this to be done automatically. Okay, this is done automatically like every 10 minutes or something, or just keeps going. It doesn't stop scanning it ever. So this way, when it finds something that's green, that's lighting up, it's going to put it on a watch list for me. Or if it gets not green anymore, it'll remove it. This way, it's going to show me on a dashboard somewhere on the internet, and it'll also give me the option of downloading that watch list to TradingView. So that's the next step, okay? So now I'm already like deep in. I'm already like maybe 20% into the coins here on my watch list already, right? Of the 240 coins. And nothing is really bullish, if you guys have noticed. Like nothing at all. We might find the coin, but we might not as well. So in a bull market, this will be the #1 way for you to find a coin to trade. Now the next way is after you're done doing all this, what you can do as well is you can pattern hunt, okay? What you would do is instead of looking for volatility, like how I am now, okay, what I would be looking for is a pattern. So this way it can go into a correction type of category, because you never know, sometimes it just might be correcting into a deep pattern that's going to allow you to trade the breakout, okay? So we're not almost done yet, but you know, I'm going to do it live just to show you guys to see the end result, and I'm going to do it as fast as I can, okay? So there's not a single coin that's lighting up green. All you want to do is train your eye to look at the first column, okay? If any of them lights up green, then there might be a potential. It doesn't mean that you're going to guaranteed to be trading that coin, but what it does mean is you are identifying volatility now, and there might be a chance to catch a dip if it bounces on that ATR again, or you can trade the continuation pattern if it's extremely volatile and bullish. So this is one of the most effective ways I've ever seen. I mean, you guys should have seen in my earlier days, okay, when I was trading, my first bull market in 2017. What I would do is I would do this. Okay, I would do this, except I would look for RSI. So, you know, I would have RSI up there, right? And I would look for anything over 70 or under 70, or sorry, under 30 or over 70 on multiple time frames. So I'd be spending like 3 hours just trying to identify oversold or overbought conditions. That's how I've tried to find coins in the first bull market to trade. I'm not kidding. And then what I would do is I would scan for patterns on multiple time frames on every single coin that was on the exchange. And that took like another 3 hours. And it was ridiculous the way that I did it. And then in the last bull market in 2021, what I did was I used something called CryptoLoom. So CryptoLoom was a site that was telling you the RSI and the percentage movements, okay, of each coin. But then I realized it's fucking useless because, for example, at the 4 hour, right? If you're looking at it would show like, oh, it moved 8% in 4 hours. But what that really meant was it moved 8% since the close of the last candle, and this is the open of the new candle. So it's ridiculous. Like if you look here, okay, if you look at here, this change is ridiculous to look at, okay? This 4 hour change, when the countdown finishes, so right now there's what? There's 2 hours left to the 4 hour candle close. This 20% on YGG is going to reset to 0 because these are only looking from the open and the close of the candle. So it's fucking useless, right? It's useless for you to take a look at. But in my indicator, for example, right? Do you guys see the blue line on each one? For example, this blue line is set for 12 hours, right? Do you see what I mean? So it's set for 12 hours. So 12 hours ago was 9 p.m. yesterday. And you need to understand that the daily candle just closed 6 hours ago. So if you looked at today's, right? If you looked at today's pricing here, it's only showing you the change percentage of from when the daily just closed. So for only 6 hours ago, that's it. For 6 hours ago. So it's not going to tell you what happened yesterday too. That's where my indicator comes in, and you can set the trend period. It actually measures the price, right? It'll measure the price from here to there, okay? So it's completely different. And there's also a bearish setting as well. Okay, so let's just keep going. So this indicator is like incredibly versatile. And trust me, I'm not just trying to sell you guys it. Like I think you guys can understand how ridiculously powerful it is. And there's also a bearish setting that you can turn on as well. So it's not only for bullishness, okay? It's like this is choosing bullish. You can actually put both down if you want. So in this one, notice how it's added another row. Well, now it's looking for bearish sentiment. And when it gets close to an ATR, right, with the right stop loss range, they both light up red. So if you look at red right now, it's basically indicating to you that this right here could drop further and it could continue the trend down. So it's also going to help you find bearish patterns to trade as well, not just bullish patterns. So this is like my wet trader's dream. Like, I'm not kidding. If I had this indicator in 2021, I would have like slayed it. Like, you know what I mean? I would have. This is crazy. It's so fucking powerful. But right now, we're just looking for bullish coins. And what you're going to notice right now is that not many of these are lighting up green. Actually, none of them so far. No coins are actually bullish. So this has got to give you the entire market sentiment as well, right? That there's no bullish sentiment in the market because not many coins are trending above any chandelier exit indicators. The ATR is horrible. There's no volatility in the market. If this was a bullish market, all of these would be lighting up green. And then you would put so many of these coins in your watch list. But in a bullish market, what you're going to have to learn how to do is set different criterias for yourself. Otherwise, if you just look for something that's green, you're basically going to be putting every single coin on your watch list. So how the heck are you going to trade any of them if all of them are going to be in your watch list? No. So you have to have different strict criteria, such as, for example, you have to have different ranges, right? You have to specify the range. Here, anything that's greater than an 8% range will light up. But in a bull market, you might have to vary the range where it lights up green. So for example, on the first one, the 15-minute over 8-hour, you might want like a 5% range or an 8% range. Or on the 4-hour over 5 days, you might want something like 30% range, for example. So you're going to have to customize the criteria for you to trade the coin. So just as an example, like football here, okay? Like football, I'm going to turn on the bearish side just to show you. If you notice, football here is like over the past 15 minutes, it tells me that it's dropped 6.62%, okay? But if you notice that, it's still right here at the ATR, at the 15-minute resistance for the ATR. So it's saying that maybe this will actually drop to the downside right now, and it might continue down. So maybe you want to risk shorting something, and then if you short it, then you're going to be able to take your stop loss roughly around there, okay? So let's just keep going. I'm going to go back to bullish. So we're almost done, actually, the entire watch list. We're more than 70% done, okay? And we're just going to keep going, and we're going to see if there's anything bullish for us to trade today. And it seems that the market sentiment, here's one coin, finally one coin that we might be able to trade, but it's really crappy, the range, okay? It really crappy, the range. But last time it hit the 4-hour, okay, look what happened. Last time it hit the 4-hour, it bounced, and it made like literally a 28% rally. So the question is, will this volatility be maintained? Maybe we can catch a bounce here, and there's going to be another major bounce again. So therefore, it must go on our watch list, right? So we just found the coin that might potentially bounce. So let's just keep going. Are you guys liking this indicator or what? Isn't it really fucking cool? Like, how else are you going to scan the market for volatility? You're gonna do it one by one. You know what I mean? You're gonna, like, just as an example, think about it. Think about if you like did this manually. Just think about it for a moment, okay? You're like saying to yourself, all right, I'm gonna look for volatility on a 15-minute time frame over 8-hour. Well, first of all, every new coin that you go to, you're gonna have to manually figure out where 8 hours ago was. Do you know what I mean? You're gonna have to literally manually figure it out. Sometimes it's not gonna be accurate. You might be looking at 9 hours or 6 hours, because all coins have different structures, so it can be confusing. But with this indicator, all that it does is it takes exactly 8 days ago and it measures it, right? So it tells you with the blue line where it's beginning. So, and then if you want to do it multiple time frames, just imagine how time consuming that's going to be. Fuck, man. And then you also want to find something with a lot of range, right? You want to find something with a lot of range. So you're going to have to literally just do the math yourself, right? But here, this, like, just as an example, I'll show you both the bearish and the bullish. So it actually shows you the range in a negative. Do you see that? Negative 25.93. So exactly from 5 days ago, it's showing you that it has moved downwards 24.93%, right? So that's just crazy how good this indicator is. Okay, so we're going to keep going. I'll leave this one on bearish. Actually, I'll turn it off here because I'm looking for something bullish to long right now. But we're not really finding any coins. So today is a really crappy day to trade, guys. Like, really crappy day. There's literally no single coin, like, other than, I think, OGN and another one earlier. Let's see what happens when we get to, like, Power or People or SEI. Like, those are the ones that are moving a lot this year. But other than that, there's really nothing at all. Yeah, you're right. I just need some time to adopt it. Once this is in a bull market, it's going to be very easy. Because half of the battle in a bull market is figuring out which coins to trade. It's kind of like, you know, like anything else in real life. I hate to use real life examples, but like the friends that you choose, man, they're very important to how you can turn up. The partner that you choose is going to have a huge influence on you as well. Your career choice is going to have a huge influence on you. What you went to school to study is going to have a huge impact on you. And choosing the right coin to trade, it's no different as well. It's going to have a huge impact on your possible success in a bull market. You want to always gravitate towards the best possible scenario and coins for you. Just like in real life, you always want to focus on the best things that could benefit you, right? Trading's no different. If you choose a shitty coin to trade, you will be fucked over in this bull market. You need to have a way to find a coin to trade. So we have literally scanned 40 coins in the market, and we did it in actually we're done. We did it in actually about maybe 20 minutes maximum. Okay, so actually no, we did in 13 minutes. 13 minutes. So we scanned the entire market, and then we found that there was actually only 2 coins that were trending. Okay, that's it. And the TUSD, it's just the one volatile today. That's it, but it's not trending yet over a specific ATR. And then there's OGN, where it's right here and it might bounce. That's it, guys. So for the entire time that we scanned 242 coins on Binance over 4 different time frames, we have found only 2 possible coins to trade based off of volatility. So today, to summarize, it's a really shitty day. You're not going to be able to find many coins to trade. So now that we've concluded this data, we have all the data, we've taken a look at every single coin, there's only one thing to do. And now that's probably just kill some time. You know, got to wait for the market to do something. You can't just trade a market that's not doing anything. Or you can actually go to multiple, like you could do the same thing, go through the list again, right? But now what you're going to do is you're going to hunt for a pattern. Okay, it might be a pattern on a low time frame. It might be a pattern on a higher time frame. So you might be able to catch a correction where it's like forming some tight pattern that could continue to the upside or to the downside. So you can do that as well, right? But I'm not going to do that. I don't like doing that. I hate doing that unless it's in a very bullish market. Then I'll hunt for it. But if it's in a market like this where there's 2 coins that are moving, TUSD and OGN possibly to bounce, it's just not worth my time to hunt for a pattern. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to chill. It's 9:10 in the morning. I'm going to chill till like lunchtime. Probably just not do much, take care of my dog, and then I'll do another scan. So throughout the day, you want to give it some time to form get some candles printing on the 15-minute, the 30-minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour time frames. See if there's any volatility changes. You probably want to do this 3 times a day. Once in the morning when you are first getting on the computer, once in the afternoon when you're like done lunch or about to start trading again, and once near, you know, like when you're about to sign off, right? Maybe like an hour before you're gonna sign off for the day. This way you might catch that one last trade, or it might find you a coin to put on a watch list for tomorrow, right? So this is one method that is really gonna help people find a good coin to trade. And I'm just gonna end it here. That's it. Yeah, Bao, Mr. Bao. Mr. Bao, chicken chow fan, Gailan, egg roll, spring roll. Ho ho. So Bao. So yeah, there was a lot of volatility on people, on power, on say, you know. But right now there's nothing, guys. So I'm just gonna go do a fucking shit ton of meth or heroin or cocaine and drink a lot of alcohol. Then maybe we'll find some trades in the afternoon. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do any of that because I'm gonna do all of it. I'm just kidding, guys. Okay, I'll catch you later, all right, guys? I'm just gonna go. There's nothing to do. There's literally no fucking trades to take right now, okay? So, yeah, see you guys later. DM me if you guys want this indicator. You don't know what you're missing out on. Like, just you don't know what you're missing out on this indicator. Like, just DM me if you want to give me a donation to my dog, you know? Mango's Alcohol Fund. You guys will love the indicator. Or buy my course. Buy my course. It's worth it. Trust me. Trust me. I'm worth it, guys. #1 hooker in Turkey.